Red and blue lines streak across the screen as OPM, U.S. Office of Personnel Management, enters from the left. The color streaks complete the O. The frame zooms out from an illustration of the D.C. skyline. Who decides to change the federal government's operating status in the National Capital Region? How do they make that call? This video will give you an overview of that process. The skyline slowly parts. The parted skyline reveals an illustration of a federal building. The OPM logo appears above the building. A gold circle appears behind the building and the logo, and expands to encompass them. The building and gold circle disappear. The logo grows to cover half of the frame. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management, OPM for short, sets the operating status for the National Capital Region with the help of over 200 partners. Illustrations appear below the OPM logo, from left to right: a yellow bus, a person pointing to a screen, a lit bulb, a person with a clipboard, and a yellow umbrella being rained on. The screen goes blank. The building slides back in from the left. An analog clock slides in from the right. A change in operating status means that federal facilities in the National Capital Region adjust their usual business hours. The screen goes blank. On the right side, two people with clipboards slide up on the screen. One is in workwear, the other in business attire. However, the federal government never fully stops working. Some emergency personnel continue to work in person. Illustration of a house slides up from the left-hand side. Inside the house is a silhouette of a person with a red Wi-Fi symbol coming out of their chimney. And many employees switch to telework to keep vital services running smoothly. The house and the two people disappear. The federal building returns. A yellow alert icon appears in the center of the screen and then disappears. Illustrations of a snowflake, wind, and a medical mask on top of dark blue circles drop in front of the building. Changes to operating status happen for many reasons. The most common are weather events, like snowstorms or even hurricanes. But other hazards, like public health emergencies, can also affect operating status. The three circles with illustrations disappear. The building fades to half lit and then fades back to full color. Operating status changes do not happen often. When they do, our goal is to keep the federal workforce safe and to maintain government operations as much as possible. The frame zooms into the building's windows, and then the building fades away. An illustrated interior of an office appears. Two women are typing on computers, and a person is pointing to a yellow alert icon on a screen. OPM's multi-step process starts with our 24-hour operations center, where our emergency management team monitors events that may affect operating status. The office disappears, the zoomed-in federal building returns, and then zooms back until it is in the center of the screen. 4 arrows extend from the corners of the building. A business person talking on a phone appears at the end of each arrow. If issues arise, the team alerts senior staff, who put OPM support staff on standby for a possible change in operating status. The arrows disappear. The business people disappear. The arrows reappear. The words Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments appears at the top of the screen. Once a change seems likely, OPM meets with the Metropolitan Washington Council of Governments. This group includes local partners like the National Weather Service, WMATA, regional transportation and public works departments, school districts, and local law enforcement. Icons of an umbrella being rained on, a bus, a lit bulb, and a law enforcement badge appears one after another in the corners of the screen at the end of each arrow. The icon and arrows disappear. The building zooms into the windows and fades away. The building fades to the interior of an office. 2 people work together at a desk. A person stands in front of a large presentation screen with a yellow alert icon. A person is talking on the phone. OPM leaders use the information our partners share to assess the situation. Illustrations fade, leaving only the alert icon and the person on the phone. They increase in size and move to the center of the screen. The OPM director then makes the final decision. The person and office backdrop fade, and the alert icon moves to the center of the screen. If the operating status changes, OPM sends out an alert. A phone appears behind the alert icon, and the icon shrinks to fit the phone screen. The alert and phone disappear. A laptop slides up from the bottom of the screen. A screenshot of the OPM website appears on the laptop screen. Want to know more? Visit us at opm.gov. We've got you covered with helpful resources. The LinkedIn logo replaces the screenshot. Follow us on social media for operating status updates. The logo and computer disappear. Red and blue lines streak across the screen as OPM, U.S. Office of Personnel Management, enters from the left. The color streaks complete the O.